Hello! Good morning! Good afternoon. Who knows what time it is for you? For me, it's 11:05 a.m. Friday, November 10th, and I'm joined with my friend Guerric Samples. Guerric, how are you doing, buddy?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. We are exploring arcs again today. Guerric has become my little arcs buddy. Friday availability does you well, Guerric. So thank you for hanging out again. And I have not checked out at all the two-player mode for arcs. Honestly, the last time I checked in on even the notion of two-player was when Leader Games was kind of saying I don't know if there will be a two-player mode, but they've made one and they've finalized it, so this is settled and done, and this will be what it looks like on release. We are also playing with leaders and lore, as we did in our last stream with Joshua Yearsley, so we will introduce all of that in just a second. But to talk about what two-player looks like, it is, standard thing when you build the map, you draw a card. The thing about arcs that maybe we haven't expressed on stream yet is setup is dictated by these fancy dancy little cards. You don't just randomize setup or whatever. You do for the campaign mode. But base arcs is here's a setup. Do it. So Guerric and I have done that. Our leaders also dictate our setup. You can't quite see it because I'm here. I'll zoom in on it. This card right here shows what stuff I start with and where my units start, basically based on that other card. Same for Guerric. But let's introduce the kind of characters we will be playing today. We are doing leaders and a lore card. Lore card is just a little special ability to sort of complement your leader. I am playing as the Corsair, which, as you'll note from our last arc stream, was Guerric's leader. So hopefully some familiarity there. When attacking in battle, I can re-roll raid dice up to the number of different resources I have. So kind of fighty, but also raid dice are a weird little... I don't know. They're not the same as just being fighty. And then also when attacking in battle, I'm not allowed to collect more assault dice than skirmish dice. I'm also starting with really my actual superpower. My leader card is just context, but my superpower is my gate stations. I may build cities on gates. Normally you have to build on a building slot. I can build them on gates, one each, and a gate cities type matches all cities in its cluster, which means that I can just plop a city in the gate and then I can tax much more freely than I normally would be able to. If we go over to Guerric, will you introduce us to your faction or leader?
Indeed. I am the warrior, which says that when I copy or pivot to battle, I can take a move action before or after that battle, even if I spent a weapon item to do that battle. And then additionally, when I'm scoring the empath, I do not score as well. I gain no power if I'm second place, and I gain power as if I was second place, assuming I do win it.
Yeah. And that is extra complicated for us today because the other thing, variant for the two-player mode, is the idea that there's some tokens already out here on the ambitions. And what these tokens signify, first off, it is taken from the pool, which means there's less weapons just available to us. But furthermore, this is like a mock third player that exists in the game. So when I want to score Warlord, these two weapons count as essentially two trophies in a ghost third player's supply, which means if Guerric or I want to score pretty much at all, we need to match or exceed the two Warlords there. And the same goes for Relics with Keeper, and the same goes with Empath. These were dictated by the two out-of-play areas, which is hilarious because that means not only are these over here and there's less of them, there's less planets for us to get them. So as you'll specifically note, there is a single Empath position and a single Relic position, and if we ever want to score either of those two things, that's where all of the tension will be. Guerric and I basically will be fighting over these two territories, or we'll just choose to have a Tycoon Tyrant game, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how it shakes out. But that is the introduction to two-player. It's as simple as that. I was kind of blown away that it's as simple as that. I thought for sure there'd be more to it, but it's kind of a perfect little elegant solution. The other thing I would be allowed to do, I got deemed second player. I'm second in order, and when we draw cards, I'm technically allowed to discard my whole hand if I wish and draw a new one. Today, I'm too stupid to know what's good, so I'm not going to be discarding my hand. I probably could get something better, but I just genuinely have no idea. Guerric's advice to me was, as long as your hand isn't all administration, you're probably fine. So I'll take that advice, Guerric.
I also know nothing, so the blind leading the blind here.
Well, with that, I think we can
real
dive
quick,
in.
let's go over my starting lore.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I skipped your
you were going on a good tangent explaining the two-player rules. I was going to let you do that. My lore is the mirror plating. When I defend in battle, I add an intercept to the attacker's roll if they rolled any number of assault dice.
Yeah, which is good, but also maybe tricky because I have this weird incentive to do raid dice. We'll see how it shakes out. Who knows? I'm also
it was
greedy.
Probably a bad pick.
Who knows? No, well, there was there was not necessarily anything better out there. Also, I don't know. In our last game, I picked assault dice definitely more than anybody else did, so I'm apparently the risky one. Maybe let's just, for the sake of it, go over what is currently in the court over here to the side. So we've got the call to action. When secured, draw one action card from the bottom of the action discard pile. That seems fine. Then we've got loyal empaths. If you provoke outrage, keep this card. You may spend any resources as psionic. You ignore outrage when spending psionic for its prelude action. I would say in this game, I feel like that's maybe not gonna be a factor. I don't know. Maybe we'll be really crushing each other over that single empath city. I suppose that's possible. And then shipping interests. These are I think of these as like the classic court cards, which is just an ability to gain a fuel, and then sometimes you can discard the card to fill up your supply with fuel. There's a bunch of these in the deck with every suit in mind, essentially. But with that, now finally, the turn order is with you, Guerric, and you can lead us off. I'm going to be so blindsided by the idea that only two of us are playing cards. That's going to be, I think, the most drastic shift in thinking.
Yeah, I'm realizing very quickly this is about to be very different from my experiences with arcs.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and I will lead with the mobilization 4.
Yeah, seems good. We got to get at it. We got to get around.
Get moving.
Yeah.
I'm not going to declare an ambition. I will spend my first action moving these ships in there. And 2 more pips. We'll go ahead and move 1 in there.
Yeah.
And for my last action, I will influence tossing an agent on the shipping interest. That's me.
Okay. So 4, I could. Dare I? It's interesting. With gate stations, we can kind of share.
Yeah,
your territory. There's really no need.
There's no need for violence. Only a want for it.
Well, I think we see where that goes, essentially. So I think I want to surpass, except for then I don't necessarily want to lead next turn. I guess leading wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, okay, all right, we got to play here. We can do the 5, and I will declare Keeper.
Oh,
it'll be tough. We got to surpass. We both got to get up there in numbers.
Or just take the second place scoring, right?
Yeah, we both you just take second place or whatever. But so okay, 2 pips, a move and an influence. I don't need to move those. I just need to. I could do like a double build next action. I guess there's no point in even being secretive about it. Like, my next action is probably going to be an aggression 6 to do some building or a construction. I could do construction, but there's going to be nothing to repair. Although I could set up for 4 builds? Whoa, how stupid is that? That's pretty cool. So 2 moves to try to set up a bunch of builds. Okay, let's get in gates, actually, is what that means. Let's go ahead and move at least 2 to here. And then we'll move. We've got one more move to send. You know what? Let's see how well you and I can coexist with my gate stations. I mean, if anything, it sucks that I started on this empath because your only way into that is to come take it. But maybe we can just make that amenable. I'm going to move these 2 out. Let's see. And then I'll be able to build 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, that's that action. We can discard both. Oh, I did. Oh wait.
Oh wait, you can't. You can't declare an ambition.
Yeah,
oh,
stupid.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I'll do the next one. That's really funny. Chat's probably been screaming at me. How did you declare? Wait, stop. Yeah, okay. Hi, chat.
I was so deep in thought. I was just
see you. I hear you. That's okay. We'll declare it later or something. I don't really care. And if anything, okay. Now I can do the 6. Now I can declare, and I don't care. I'll declare empath. You were weird with empath, anyways, right? You get nothing for second place, so that's a benefit to me. Sure. Let's put that down there. Wait, not aggression. I'm stupid. Gosh, I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Okay, I'm so sorry. Here we go.
It's okay.
Now we're in it. 2. The 2 is what we want.
You want to declare Tycoon?
Tycoon? Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? Hey, why not? Last game was defined by you and Josh like showing me this method of never declaring anything. And I want to play the newbie version. I mean, I assume Josh is smart and is like, yeah, it's good to not just like declare any ambition, but I'm going to go nuts.
I just don't like scoring points. Like, why would you want points?
I reject points. Okay, my gate stations are for cities specifically. So a city on a gate, a city on a gate. Hi-ho the dairy-o, 3 cities on 3 gates. And then a 4th one? I got nothing to repair. I could build another ship out of my starport, though, but I started with 1 extra ship on you. You'll be able to build some ships off of following this construction if you want, but I think I might as well drop this down here. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm done.
All right. You went for basically exactly what I was going to do, so I will follow with 3. And I will drop a city up here. I will drop a starport here and pop out a ship in that spot.
Gosh, this is just gonna be a tax race so far, at least. I don't know when or how to pop off here, but that is certainly a notion. All right, you're up first. You got the
yeah. If only I knew what to do. Let's go with don't like some of this. Declared Tycoon. You currently have 1 fuel. I have 1 material.
Yep. Man, it's funny too because you can also tax my you can. I guess that's where the war will start. It's just us battling over the control of these gates, maybe. Although I don't know.
I'll I'll drop an aggression 3.
Fun. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and secure my shipping interests.
Yeah, seems good. Do you want to claim Tyrant? I mean,
I don't know that I do.
Okay.
I don't know that I'm going to have a chance to collect captives. Good question, though. Let's not declare ambition.
Okay.
And then we need to add a new market card.
Sure.
What are you?
Skirmishers. After you roll in battle, you may re-roll a number of skirmish dice up to your total weapon icons from resources and cards. Skirmisher, the blue
Seems
one.
good.
Yeah, Prelude. You may discard this to place 3 ships in a system you control. You can also just burn it for ships.
Seems good. All right, I have one more pip, which I am just going to use to... I think we'll just move 1 ship into there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call that done.
Yeah, I wish I'd been able to do some influencing earlier. How dicey could we get? Versus, yes, the stars on the card are the pips. You'll often hear players say the pips control how many of the actions you can take. The actions are listed on the left side of that card. So Guerric, by playing an aggression card, had 2 pips because it is the 3-ranked card. He could do 2 actions of either battle, move, or secure. Can do 2 battles, can do a battle and a move, can do 2 moves, whatever. I could see your aggression and raise it. It's the only way to get initiative. I think I want to, so I will do that and take it. And all I can really do, I can't do the secure because I've put no influence out there. So move and battle is all it is, and I've already done a lot of moving, but I don't necessarily want to do a lot of battling. Although I'm the raiders.
True.
So I could just start kind of doing raiding. I'd have to get in there though. But it's a way to start collecting resources, I suppose. I could take your material or something. I need Tycoon. So I just have to raid a city of yours, or can I raid your ships to get materials? I forget.
Great question. It's a great question I should know the answer to.
Let's see. I can pull up. Guerric's video might disappear here for a second. Chat.
Any attacking ships remain. You may spend keys. You're able to steal resources and guild cards from the defender. Maybe that's not. Farther up?
Yeah, sounds like if ships remain, right?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Okay.
For such a long time, that was limited to buildings or something.
That's where my memory is coming from.
Oh, here it is. It's up in the battle section. Raid dice limit. You can only collect raid dice if there are defending buildings or if the defender has no loyal buildings in any systems on the map.
But that's the thing. The raid dice can kill the buildings, but as long as there are still ships left, you can finalize the raid. Okay, so I need to get somewhere where you've got a building. That's easy enough to do. I can even... You can't start... I've got kind of a little mini blockade here, so I think I can do my move. I don't even care if you kill this starport, basically. So I'm gonna...
What a power move.
Yeah, I'm gonna, whatever you call it. What's it called when I want to use the
catapult move?
Catapult move. All the way to here. I can do that because of this starport. Basically, from starports, you kind of get bonus moves through gates, essentially. You can get out of your gate and through loyal or empty gates, as it were, into directly onto a planet, basically. So I'm going to come here, and yeah, I'm going to raid you. Maybe I get your shipping interest, maybe I just get your material, who knows. Ready, set, oh wait, I set up a camera angle for this. Okay, wha-bam! I only got 1 key, but I think that is enough from your material. Oh, I kill the city. Uh-oh.
You do.
This is bad. This is not what Daddy wanted, actually. So I'm outraged.
You are indeed.
In weapons. So I can no longer spend weapons to battle because I outraged the population of this weapons manufacturing planet.
And you have to discard your weapon that you have,
and
right?
I have to discard. I cost myself a weapon. That's okay. So far, we're not going for. I don't know. We're not going Warlord, and it'll be fine. And as recompense, I will steal your material.
Ouch.
Oh wait. I could re-roll raid dice.
Oh, yeah, you have...
Up to the number of different resources I have. So I had this...
You had two.
I had this. So I gotta remind myself what these... The problem is, like, with the keys come... Let's see. There's that. Oh, there's the double key intercept. That's what we want. We don't necessarily want this, although we would be fine with it. We'd be fine with this. There's... The odds aren't perfect, but... I want to do it, so we will.
Okay.
We will try the reroll. We got it!
Ooh.
Wow! We hit 3, so I did not damage my ship, actually. I did damage your yellow city. You did damage it. But I didn't kill it, and I don't outrage. That's great.
You do intercept now, correct?
So you have 2 ships, so instead I'll take 2 damage.
Yep.
Which is fine. I'm chill with this. Wait, I could kill... Wait, there was like a weird logic... Well, I guess that was maybe very conditional to what was going on in the other game. To, like, not leave ships out in the open, but I'm only leaving them out in the open to you. It's just is there a reason not
we had
to
a situation,
just kill a ship?
Yeah, we had a situation last game where you were trying to strategically determine who would kill ships.
Yeah, and that was
a
problem.
Quite
not
where
we're at right now. Okay, so I'll damage both. Now with 3 keys, I could take your weapons, but weapons is not the name of the game. But actually with 3 keys, I can take your shipping interest. And your material.
Ouch!
And I can drop the material on my 3 key. And, yeah. Okay. War has started, I suppose.
Oof.
Sorry. Okay. And I did take initiative, and that was a move and a battle. So that is the end of that turn. I go again, and I now wish to play... let's see. How am I doing on this front? Boy. Pretty funny. What could I do here? I could do a pretty silly thing. Okay. Let me think here for a sec. Build. Where are the build actions? Just on construction? That's the part I have to remember is which actions are exclusive to cards and which are not. Influence is on 2 cards. Move is on 2 cards.
Yep.
Repair is on 2 cards.
Correct.
Everything else is on 1. I think I want to play this administration, and I could go hard on Tycoon, and I don't think you will ever catch up. And I could... It's funny, because without a third player, there's no, like, don't pull out to an early lead, you might be smashed by the Windmakers. In 2-player, it's just like, we do whatever. So I can do this. I can declare this ambition. I can prelude... to gain 3 fuel and just burn the shipping interest and give you nothing to raid me on. I think I do that. So goodbye. This goes to the bottom of the deck. Is that right?
No, I think it's just discarded. There's a discard pile, right?
Discard pile. Okay. There's a different burn or something, or there's some ability that, or I mean, there's some word that means put on the bottom of the deck. But yeah, I just 1, 2, 3. I'll note that the other thing of that card is if we had run out of fuel there, I could have just stolen fuel. But we're 2-player game. I feel like that's going to be a hard thing to proc. So yeah, we're just going to fill up our fuel. That looks nice and stupid.
Talk about a gas guzzler.
Actually, this is hilarious because I really didn't need to do that because playing the administration is also like, well, then I should tax a bunch. But now I have no more room for stuff.
You can roll back the shipping interest if you want and just tax instead.
Tax instead and get almost the same. Yeah, but do I want you to come raid me and take it back? I feel like I stand by that notion that I don't need you stealing that stuff. I think the better play is to use all the influence on this.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna 4 influence because I got Oh, I could repair some ships too. Actually, 4 pips. That seems good enough. Let's do 1, 2, and 2 influences on. Let's take a look at what. How's a boot? And you're gonna be able to play a card that's 3 or more pips. So you could fight me on anything I put this on, and honestly, that's kind of fine with me. I think skirmishers is just too important not to get started thinking about it. And then if you respond, you respond. That's how the game works. So that's my action.
Harumph. Gosh, putting me in a tight spot right from the outset, Matt.
Noir said, TI's looking very different today. And Versus says, it hasn't helped that they're talking about construction and follow. I guess the big question is, do you have a good administration card? Or a many-pipped administration card? Feels like no, or you just don't care about that thing that I did, which is also valid.
Well, we're 3 cards from end of hand, and Tycoon is obviously huge.
Right.
And I feel like my best shot is basically trying to tie you or something on it at this point.
Yeah, right. Declaring any other ambition is at best just a measly 2 points to add to it. I do feel silly going this hard on this early because, obviously the points get so much crazier later. So like getting 8 points right now is maybe not necessarily the craziest thing to happen. I'm not saying this to talk you out of something. I'm saying I feel weird about going hard on it because it's like later stuff is worth like 15 points. So that was sort of the defining moment of last game, was basically like we put everything in one and it was like, okay, whoever gets this gets 16 points and wins the game. Kind of.
Yeah. Gosh. I think we're gonna try something maybe silly, but hopefully it's entertaining.
I love
Let me double check one thing and make sure I'm not being stupid. Yeah, okay. We are going to follow with the Administration 6.
Cool.
And we're going to spend a weapon.
Ooh. So that swaps a pip into a being allowed to battle pip, basically.
I think it swaps all the pips.
Oh yeah, right? Yeah. You can do battles included on this card.
It tacks battle onto the list of actions on the card.
Right.
And because I'm surpassing, I can use all my pips.
Yeah.
So
punch.
Additionally, because I'm the warrior, when I copy or pivot to battle, even when using a weapon to do it, I may move before or after I battle.
Adorable.
So,
yes.
So I'm going to spend my first pip to move. And then I'm going to use my warrior, my leader ability to move, and use the second pip to battle this starport.
Okay. Going for the raid.
I'm going to collect the same raid dice you did because I liked your results. All right, ready for this? You got your cam set up?
Hang on. Chat's freaking out about something. Copy or pivot. You are not copying.
Oh, I'm
pivoting.
surpassing.
You're surpassing. Interesting.
It's a great point.
Oh, so you would have to. You could play cards. The point being, you can only do one because a copy and a pivot are both always a single action allowed to you.
Yeah,
and that's the limitation on this ability. So that is
no
tricky.
biggie. No biggie. We just spend the 2 pips on moves because now I'm leading for the next card.
Sure.
And surprise.
Yeah, so then
lead an aggression.
Some more. Yeah. Oh, so it could have just been a worse attack. You were going to move battle and then battle, but now you got to move battle.
Yeah.
Or still battle twice. You could triple.
Still battle twice, but I potentially had more actions or
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a good catch. Words mean things.
If you are going to raid me, I'm ready for you to roll.
All right, here we
than
go.
bones.
Come on, baby.
Oh,
That is not at
that's
all what I
not
wanted.
great. That's what I rolled when I decided to re-roll it.
Oh, I've been cursed. All right.
I do lose my building, and
You do.
Star points are not the same as cities, so you do not outrage empath or anything.
Yep.
So no biggie.
And then I have one key, and it's fine. You have nothing left, right? They just needed to be there at the start.
Yeah. Wait. I think the raid dice section said if I had ships left or something.
Let me see.
Uh-oh. This could be bad for you. This could be quite bad for you.
It's if attacking ships remain after taking hits.
Oh, for you. Okay. Oh, right.
Yeah, that's what.
You did the raid on me. Just because there's nothing left doesn't mean you didn't. That would be funny thematically. The building is empty. There's nobody left. I guess we can't. I mean, we couldn't dare take anything from the building with nobody to watch.
Gosh.
Yeah, fuel or a weapon, basically.
Yeah, obviously the weapon does more for me long term, but fuel I at least get.
Yeah, even a single fuel is 5 points. Honestly, it mitigates all of the stuff. I like 8 versus 0 is one thing, but you don't need hardly. Yeah. There's none of these bonus tokens on Tycoon. As long as you have a single fuel or material, let's take a fuel. Be down 3 points on me. So it's hardly even a big play I did last turn. Basically,
it did. It mattered whether I could get another fuel or something.
Yeah, for sure. More keys would have been taking quite a bit more from me.
Oh, that was only one action, wasn't it?
Oh, right. Go again.
Yeah. Awesome. In that case, let's just do a battle up here where you have some ships in my spot.
Okay.
And we'll just throw a couple bombard dice. Are they still called that?
I think they're skirmish dice. Or all the dice called skirmish dice. Words change during development, and Eric and I's memories are mold.
It is skirmish.
Skirmish.
You're right.
Assault, skirmish, and raid are the 3 dice types.
All right, I'm going to roll now. You ready?
Hit me. 1 hit.
1 hit.
I'll damage a friend. Okay.
And that's my 2 actions.
Fantastic. I am going to be copying. The question is, which of these cards do I need to burn on the copy? You will retain initiative. I have to just predict what you have, sort of. I don't really have to predict, though. I'll just play this one as a copy to... I'm just going to secure skirmishers.
Very fair.
So I get no trophy, or I get no captives from that, but... And our new card in the deck is Silver Tongue's Prelude. You may discard this to steal a guild card. Man, is this the card we fought over last time? That's hilarious.
Yeah, it did work last game.
This one's funny because it's like, steal a card, but also it can be stolen, and that's exactly what happened, and it's just a funny little dance that card goes on. Okay, you are first again, because I only had 1 action there to take.
Yeah.
Danger here is if you have more aggression, you could raid me a bunch more or whatever, but I feel like you don't.
There's also sort of the flip side. Depending on what you have, you could maybe try swooping in a last-second raid or something.
Mm-hmm. You also can get an ambition technically declared if you can instantly win it, and then you're only down 1 point from me this whole hand, which is hilarious.
I'm gonna tell you right now that one's not happening.
Well, that's hard too. Yeah, that would have been a very tall order. I don't even know what could have. I don't think anything would have been able to do that with the Warlord, Keeper, and Empath being kind of harder to secure.
Yeah.
Don't forget my city bonus points. Yeah. I do need to remember. I'll have.
Yeah, that is.
So
part of the problem.
It's not. I'm not only up 3. I'll be up 5 basically.
Which still sucks, but it's better than being up 10.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm gonna do maybe a dumb, and I'm going to pass.
Ooh, funny. Oh. What can I do with that? Anything? No, because when you tax, you can still only tax. You know what I didn't consider about gate stations? I'm really stupid, actually.
What?
I'm so dumb. For some reason in my head, I read it as a city in the gate can tax all planets in its sector. That would be stupid.
Oh.
You have to have cities there. Did you also read it that way?
I also read it that way,
Hell
partially
yeah,
because we had
dude.
that leader in the draft that was where we were talking about taxing empty planets, you know?
Yeah.
So like
Because,
I was merging...
right. We had a leader available that would have done that, but those two things specifically don't combo because that would be ridiculous. This card is actually very hard to use.
That seems more balanced.
I've made
Imagine
a
that.
horrible error because my cities right now are doing absolutely nothing. I guess technically, I'm able to tax your fuel from here, right? Because it doesn't have to be loyal.
Yeah, it does say all cities.
It's just that my gates give me access to stuff below it, so I can tax these two. You can place cities on planets, and I can still get at them.
That's still good for you.
It's still good.
And the fact that me destroying them provokes outrage for all of those city types is like horrifying. It gives me. I mean, I guess I can go after this city now that I realize it doesn't count empty planets, but it makes me not want to go after these two.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Attack a resource of any of those cities. If it is destroyed, provoke outrage of all. No, of all those city types. So that's. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. So them being empty underneath means there's no outrage to be provoked or whatever. But if this one blew up, you would provoke weapons outrage or whatever. Wow. So actually, I have no way to get relic. I have no way to get relics, and I thought I would for a second there. So okay, with that all clarified. Well, okay. I don't need to be sitting here like thinking about what card I'll play because I have just the one. The question was I gonna declare Keeper Ambition? I'm obviously not. Neither of us could probably even accomplish it. There's one relic planet and no cities on it, so there's nothing to tax.
Yeah, I mean the reason to declare it would be because those relics would go back to the pool, wouldn't they? After scoring.
Is that what happens? Ooh,
did I project that or did that happen?
I don't think you did. When do those return? Or are they always there to? 2-player. It's so
you know what
hard to find the 2-player stuff sometimes.
In 2-player scoring, it says weapons on the Warlord box count as trophies. And then in cleanup, you return all trophies. So maybe I'm making a connection that isn't true.
I would think they remain all game, but it could also be, a gate for the first time you try to score those ambitions. Maybe someone in chat knows. They stay, says Turmoil Bird, and I trust Turmoil Bird with my life. Okay.
The fact that nothing else is saying they return, and that's only that reading's only working because you're treating the weapons as trophies tells me that that's actually a problem with the weapons wording and not how the whole thing should work.
Yeah. Okay. So I have tax, repair, and influence. I could repair a ship. I could do a bit more influencing of some of the things out here. I could do a little bit of taxing. I can tax a fuel and take the last one. Doesn't do a whole heck of a lot, because you getting a second means nothing to me. But I could also... So I could tax weapon, or fuel. I could also be, burning some of these. There's no reason not to... kill a couple. I mean, I could even burn my weapons. Is there some battling I need to do? I could do more raiding. You have no cards for me to take. I don't need to take your fuel. I would need 3 keys to do it. That seems not good. So,
I mean, if it succeeds, it denies me 5 points, though.
Oh yeah, if I take it,
it's a huge delta if it does work.
Right.
Which is what I was afraid of leaving you with a last action to do something like that.
Yeah, I guess that's bold enough in 2 players. There's very little punishment for me to take a lead like that. It's just, I mean, the notion being if I can grind you to a bloody pulp, I'll eventually win.
That was my plan for you, and it just hasn't worked out.
what's hilarious is I could use the weapon and a fuel, but then I get down to 3 of these, and then if I don't get it, can you tax enough to like match me? Like, is it that bold? Because right now I can't do much.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm pretty sure we saw the Administration 6 play this chapter.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to surpass.
Right. You would just potentially
copy or
yeah,
pivot.
well, because you could still copy and pivot and do a move in battle and raid some stuff back from me, basically.
True.
I got a lot of single key slots, so it seems not particularly worth it to. I think I want to play a little bit slower. I think I'm not going to spend any of these, and I think I'm just going to go easy and go repair and tax the final fuel, and that tax, of course, being this city down to this one, essentially.
Yep.
And then I can just toss an influence out there. That's how influence always feels, doesn't it? It's like, and then I guess, I don't know, I guess I influence or something.
Yeah. Except for the times where it becomes like the only thing you're doing, and it's just I drop 5 right now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. If you provoke outrage, keep this card. You may spend any resources as psionic. Am I afraid of psionic? You haven't put a city on that psionic thing yet, although seemingly you will want to. And so then I might have a reason to raid that city, and then I might accidentally kill it. And I would like to not outrage that. Sure. One on loyal empaths.
I also score empath badly, don't forget.
Oh, yeah, so you may just not care.
I might just not care. I went there to raid your shipyard.
Yeah.
So I may or may not actually care about the planet. If that influences your decision.
But I still gain the ability to spend any resources as psionic,
which is good,
no matter what. And what does psionic do again? Psionic is just take an action of the lead
card. Yeah,
pretty good. Yeah, I'll stick with that influence. On loyal empaths, your go.
All right, Cat's making weird noises. I'm going to. I will copy and I will tax a weapon.
Okay. From your weapon planet up there, makes sense.
And then that's that.
Okay, and that's the whole hand. And so we can, before moving to chapter score, I have plenty, but you have enough to also score. So I will go to 8. You will go to 5.
You also get your 2 from.
Excuse me, thank you. I will go to 10. You will go to 5. We will flip the 2 to become the 4. And we will shuffle. We will deal.
Those are going to other hands as well.
I knew that would happen. I almost thought about
deleting those hands.
Well, just doing the slow deal. The
that too.
Hit yellow and blue a million times or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more deal. Now the other, I did it again. I'm so silly. Okay. The other 2-player rule, as we said at the start, that maintains throughout each hand is I have initiative. We've dealt a hand. Guerric now has the option to give up all 6 cards from his hand and draw a new 6 cards, discarding the ones he has in his hand.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about that because my hand's a little weird. Not gonna lie to you. But I'm worried about getting worse.
How does that discard sort of operate? The point being, you're taking 6 of the 8 remaining cards and then tossing the others or whatever, basically. Or is that every hand, or is that only set? Surely that's not only setup. That's
no, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that.
Player without initiative may discard all action cards in their hand.
Yeah, it's after step 4 on page 19.
Okay. Cool.
Ah, goodness. the devil you know, or gamble on. Because this is a wacky hand.
Oh, Turmoil Bird saying, you at least get to know. It's like you just said, the devil you know or the devil you want, but they're both devils, and by taking the other cards, you got the information. I mean,
right.
if you're card counting, which I'm not, I don't know. I forget There's just one of everything, or is there? I don't even know. Is it just 2 through 6, or are there like 2 3s?
No, it's one of everything.
Yeah. So yeah, you could discard that hand, accepting that whatever you get is probably just as fine as weird, but then 6 cards I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like I think in probably the majority of cases, the mulligan is good.
Yeah. Unless you just somehow have a dynamite hand.
Yeah.
Or more like, to put it a better way, you'll never know if it was a bad idea until you get the bad hand.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's in my hand, so it's like, yeah, you do the redraw, and that's like, oh, I got 5 administration cards. Apparently that was a bad idea. There's no way I could have known that.
We're on chapter 2. Gosh, this could be super goofy. No, yeah, I got a mulligan.
Cool. All right, I will. You pull them out of your hand, and I will. Oh my gosh, please, TTS. Okay, deal 2 yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we can discard those.
I maybe have regrets. I don't know. I will. It's not good either. All right, and then that's that. So we're ready when you are.
Okay. Right. I should have been spending more time thinking about actions I wanted to take. Well, I'm still sitting on a gold mine of fuel and materials, and no discernible way for you to get those from me. But boy, the cards with which I could declare Tycoon Ambition are not... Well, okay. All right. I forgot. Okay. So if we do this, we declare that, we grab that card, and yeah, sure. Okay, we'll figure out the rest as we go. We're gonna play aggression. We'll zero it out. We'll 5 on Tycoon yet again. Worked
I'm
so
afraid
good the first time. Yeah. So now, one of the actions is absolutely just securing this card.
Yep.
This kind of whatever. We'll see if it becomes useful later. And then, so I have 2 more pips. Interesting to me that the aggression 2 is 3 pips as opposed to the 4 pips of other. All the little numbers in this deck are so deeply fascinating. So we've got 2 more pips with which to move or battle. Oh yeah,
and we need a new market card.
We need a new mark. Court enforcers abduct as a battle. Capture all rival agents from a card in the court that has fewer rival agents. Then your total weapon icons from resources and cards. That's pretty complicated. That'd be quite a pivot to take for me. But you may discard this to place 3 ships in any system you control. That's
honestly a really cool ability that you just have to lean into weapons pretty hard to use it.
Yeah, if you were that one, what Josh's leader was last time, where it's like put leaders in your slots and you get really good intercepts or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That would be... Or was it the inverse of that? Intercepts against you are based off of their weapons? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. I need to decide how doth I punch you. Your starport's over there, but that's already decently blockaded. And really the punch is just to lessen your punches on me. Because really, there's nothing for me to raid from you. I would just be burning tokens.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you're
it
just trying to
feels
crush me into a
pretty
fine
stupid.
powder so I can't do anything to you
Yes.
while you...
Right, I just need to kill ships, right? And I can't use assault dice against you, right?
I mean, you can, it's just
not
painful.
ideal.
But your character wants to be using bombard and... or
It's funny, though, because
skirmish
doubling
and
up
raid
on
dice.
intercepts doesn't do anything, right? Like, 1 intercept is as good as 3 intercepts.
Yeah.
Which means with mirror plating, there's a little bit of just, like, not being that afraid. Because there's only 1, huh? Okay, it's that there's more intercepts on the raid dice.
Yeah, raid dice have a lot of intercepts, so it's just...
Interesting.
It's like guaranteeing if you grab assault dice, it's going to be a painful battle on both sides.
Right.
Assuming, again, the ships make the intercept valuable. But
I have to predict what you want to do. And I think mostly all you want to do is raid my stuff, which means you're going to come into the space because you got to raid my cities now. So... Well, these... Okay, sure. Let's... I don't care if you come for this. Well, you want to raid this city too. This is so interesting. Let's... Dare I send 3 ships in there? That's pretty silly. I have skirmishers. Oh, man. Could I just burn skirmishers right away and just get my ships and go for that? Maybe I want to do that.
That's fair.
In my prelude. So before I technically took that other card, I really like the prelude abilities cards more than I like having cards that can just get stolen. You know what I mean? That's been the big thing I learned last game was how much these cards can and will get stolen. So it's like...
Yeah, I mean, they also are icons for the different...
That's true.
...victory conditions.
But currently... crushing it in that arena. So yeah, let's now move in battle.
Oof.
Yeah, sorry, my dear friend, my good friend Guerric. So I just kind of do a bunch of skirmish dice, I think, because I get to re-roll any of them. There's not really anything I need to raid, because I would have no slots for it. I guess I could swap a slot out, but there's not really a need to do that. So, gosh, I can re-roll raid dice and I can re-roll. Oh wait, no, because I just that's so funny. I'm so stupid. I was thinking against those skirmishers, but that's the whole advantage. What's the advantage of doing raid dice anyways? Maybe I kill the starport. Yeah, okay, fine, we'll do it because I can re-roll the raid dice no matter what. So maybe I don't get. I don't want to.
Well, you can re-roll it 3 times because it's up to the number of different resources you have.
Right, I only have 3 different resources, so I can re-roll 3 dice. Okay, that's fine with me. We'll see how it goes. I don't care. Whatever. Burn it all down, man. Let's roll. Whoo!
Jeez.
Okay.
That's a very dead starport, and then 4 hits to yourself.
Yes.
You're probably going to re-roll some of that.
Yes. Because I really only need 2 to kill it. I kind of almost might as well re-roll 3, because what are the chances on these dice again that I get these? There's 1,
It's
2,
decent, but not amazing. It's like 1 in
3. It's a 50% chance of getting a hit.
I thought I had 1.
And I don't even necessarily need. Wait, and these pips don't transfer over, right? It's the other ones. Yeah. A standard pip can still damage a city, but a city pip can never damage a ship. Is that correct?
That sounds right.
Let's check raid dice real quick. So funny still learning this. Hit any of the defending buildings once per pip. Hit any of the defending ships once no ships remain defending buildings. Yes, so yeah. City pips, not to be confused with city pop, don't hit ships. So there's no way to hit ships. So this was a stupid. Actually, it should have been like 2 raid dice, 2 skirmish, just so I could try to hurt ships. So actually, I've done a pretty foolish thing here. Let's do these 3. I'm gonna reroll 3. Whatever. I don't know.
Sure.
It was bad. A very bad thing happened.
It was very bad.
I did get a single key, which is not.
Oops.
Well, wait. It's not a city though. Oh my god, how stupid was this attack? Like very stupid, right? I need to do
You almost preferred the first roll at this point, yeah.
For sure, but I'm even just thinking this is a
Like, it should have
starport.
had some
There's nothing I can
burn
raid,
this.
right? You don't have a city.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
should
you're
never
right.
have done this. I feel very stupid.
I mean, the good news is you are still winning handily right now.
Yeah, I still take 4 hits. Darn. Should I leave a couple? Yeah, no. Okay. Oof, this was a really dumb attack. It should have been 2 raid, 2 skirmish. You can raid starports, says Row. Really?
Oh yeah, buildings, right?
Buildings. Okay. So you can raid starports. Cities are the ones that come at like a big danger.
But the 1 key is not enough for you to actually raid anything. But you could have, not that you had slots anyway. Those it kind of goes back to the same.
But when you
conclusion.
take above your slot, you can swap stuff out, right? Like I could have killed one of my slots to drop something else in, essentially.
Is that true? I don't remember.
I thought it was. I'll double check, but you can take your action now, and I'll go look.
Have options. Have options.
You must discard resources you cannot hold. That doesn't necessarily answer my question, but maybe it does.
That reads to me like anything new you'd accept to your hold just gets discarded because you can't hold it.
Yeah. When you take or are given a resource, place it in an empty resource slot of yours. To do this, you may rearrange any resources in your resource slots, but you must discard resources you cannot hold.
That is, in the full context, that's a little more confusing. Yeah. I guess that does mean you can rearrange, and then anything that no longer fits after the rearranging is discarded.
But that's how I interpret that. But the question basically is, does rearranging include, I rearrange this to no longer be?
I would read it that way, but I could. That might also be me projecting from earlier versions of the hold where you more explicitly could do things like that, so I don't know. My turn, though. My turn. I was thinking. I promise.
Quinsicle, thank you for the Bezos bucks.
Currently losing. And I'm looking for a path to victory.
You don't have to.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of it that way. I'm going to play the aggression 5.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, I think, just collect a couple of skirmish dice for this.
Yeah, I can't believe how royally bad that last one was. Roll away.
Come on, baby.
A pip is a ship.
That's one.
Pip's a ship. Ship's a pip.
And then second pip, let's do it one more time.
Sure. That's another.
Come on. All right, and then I now have initiative.
Sure.
I was really hoping for at least one more. Let's lead off with the mobilization 6. And I'm just going to toss a couple influence out there.
Mm-hmm. One on each, huh?
Yep.
Okay. I obviously cannot surpass. That's sort of the beauty of the 6. And I feel like in 2-player, there's even less desire to, what you call it? Discard a card to
seize initiative,
seize, yeah. So that's tough. What single action do I want to take? I think Or do I just take the hit this round? Seize and then do this. You can... Sorry, stream. I keep turning Guerric into a big black box because I'm checking the rule book on things.
It's better that way.
Better to get the rules right than let Guerric be seen all day. What am I looking up again? I'm looking up the rules for this particular kind of action. Yes, okay. I have learned what I needed to learn about the action I wanted to take. Yeah, alright, I think this checks out. I think I've got to... You're going to secure a couple cards. You'll secure that Silver Tongue. That'll just steal... Steal what, though? Loyal Empaths? Do I care, even?
Yeah,
Not
it's
really.
more a threat.
Yeah. Oof. Okay. I will... Gosh, I gotta burn a good card or a decent card to do it, but... Alright. Pivot to administration. Seize. We'll see if that's worth it in the end. I don't know.
After just saying it wasn't worth it at 2-player.
I know. Yeah, and that's the thinking I'm having is this silly. To repair is all I'm actually going to do for my single pip. Gosh, I could burn this material. I could have burned the material to do another, but there's no point because then I'm going to construction. No ambition declared. I'm going to build a starport. Repair the other. And probably just build another ship because there's nowhere else I can build a building. I don't control here, so I can't build there, right? That's the rule. There's nowhere else it can go. Yeah, we'll just build our fine. I have every ship on the board. I can't get any better at having ships. Your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and copy, and I will pop out another ship of my own.
Rose correcting me. I could have built in that weapon slot. It just builds damaged. But I'm...
Oh, does that work for buildings as well?
Okay. Supposedly. We can double check, but yeah. Okay.
And buildings contribute toward rule, don't they? So like I rule this system, it's not tied up, and I rule this system, it's not tied up. Yeah.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay.
I'm pretty sure, right? Am I lying?
I thought like rule was almost exclusively loyal ships, but it might be a more campaign thing.
Let me check. Let me know. Let me make sure I'm not cheating. I'm sure chat's going to get to it before I can. Control.
Rose says only fresh ships count.
Okay. Yeah, so this ship would actually come out damaged if I wanted to do that.
Oh, because you didn't rule here yet.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to make sure we were getting it right now.
Loyal fresh ships.
You're such a nuisance, Matt.
You're welcome. I am going to be down in action on you, though. You'll have a bonus action on me at the end of the round. If I could have snuck in a way to steal the call to action, that would have been... And I could have done that. Instead of repairing this ship, I should have done that. I should have discarded this to repair this and used my single influence to call to action. But actually, spoiler alert.
I mean, I haven't done anything yet. Do you want to?
No, because it doesn't matter. It won't solve my problem.
Sounds good. I'll put out a damaged ship. I think I need boots on the ground right now.
Oh, so Ro is now accusing me of quite an aggressive repair. Getting both of these ships to match you is what is hindering your own building. So that's very funny.
Which is why I was totally fine with you walking it back.
Okay. You did not take control, which means we do the other nasty business we wanted to do, which is same as last time. Double it up, friends.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that. Turns out in Arcs, I'm a fan of putting all of the ambitions on fuel on Tycoon. This is my new catchphrase or whatever. Okay. So I have 4 pips. Move influence. I could toss a weapon in there if I felt a need to do battles within this. I could be moving and battling. I have lots of ships. I've been watching a lot of StarCraft 2 tournament stuff recently, and the thought that's fresh on my mind is I'm at 200 supply. I better do attacks before my opponent is at 200 supply, because what's the point in letting them catch up to match my 200 supply?
Yep.
You have 3 ships sitting in your reinforcements. That should remain true. Although, at best, you're going to build a single ship if you pivoted or whatever.
Yeah.
So I would technically still remain above you. And influencing... Funny enough, depending on what card you play, I mean, you could block me, but to think about what I was thinking about earlier, I could influence call to arms, and then if one of your cards has secure written on it, I can pivot and secure, but then you just wouldn't play that. So I'm feeling at a loss of exactly what to do, because I have the points on lock, so it's like tricky to decide.
I think your instincts to just hurt me are accurate.
Yeah, I think I do this. I prelude up. And so we can like move, fight, or move and fight or whatever. If anything now too, by burning that weapon, there's value in raiding some weapons again. I potentially kill that city. But it's so funny though, because with the way my cities are organized, I'm not incentivized. If I don't have my own stuff below it, I have no incentive to kill your stuff below it.
Right.
I can just sit here and tax you.
It's a strange card that it works for all cities and not for only your own cities.
Yep. Very weird.
Because it does create this perverse incentive here to keep me weak but around.
Yeah. So I think
it's good for me.
It's good for you. I think I'm better off to try again at this foolish attack I did a minute ago against your starport, and try again. But I think this time it's I send 2 in again, but leave only 1 on my stuff. It's pretty risky, but I don't care. I'm in a position to take risks. NPC Aaron shows up. The first thing I hear, I think your instincts to hurt me are accurate. Okay. I did 1 move. I'm prepared to do something like 3 battles. Okay, let me remind myself. Mirror plating just means if I do aggression, there's a baked-in
if you do assault dice, there's a baked-in intercept, which is currently 2 ships.
I've been raiding. The intercepts are practically assumed. There's only 1. Oops, I hit the dumb button.
You also have 3 pips. You could just go all out on skirmish dice and probably still, if not wipe me, then get pretty close.
Yeah, and I have 3 attacks available to me. I better just do that. I will. I might throw in a raid. Well, a raid would get me nothing. You have no cards yet. I can't.
Yeah, if you wanted to toss in a raid, I think you would do 1 or 2 skirmish rolls and then like a big raid roll to try and take the fuel or something.
And realistically, I would like to kill the starport, but like, do I want to just kill the ships first mostly? For the first attack, I'm going to throw in 1 raid. I've got 2 more attacks to think about how else it goes from here, right? Or no, the opposite should be true basically. I see how 2 attacks go. If it comes down to a 3rd attack, that's when I decide to raid. Okay.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense. All right, here we go. 2.
Not bad. Is there value in keeping intercept pointy? Maybe there's value in killing my starport before you can raid me. That actually feels like play, right? No, I guess it has to be ships first, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was about to ask, can you take the hit on the city? I don't think you can.
I think we damage a ship and destroy one of them.
Damage a ship, destroy 1. I'll let you put it. Okay, so trophy. So second attack out of potentially 3. Attacker deals hits. It's my choice. Is what
it's your
chat
choice.
is streaming at me. Oh yeah, I forgot that it's always attacker deciding things.
You're right. So you could change how you did that if you want to, real quick. If you wanted to.
For clarity's sake, and because I already rolled, let's just say I thought that was a great idea to do 1 and 1. I don't care.
It works out pretty well because now you can clear all my ships.
It's a guaranteed trophy anyways, right? I probably would have wanted to do that. And so now I got 3 pips. The ships are dead.
Oops. Come on. There you
go. Ooh. Oh. This changes this. Zurge is hopping in. Comment from Woodland Warriors. Someone's watching and not hanging out in chat. Maybe they don't have a Twitch account. I don't know. Can someone tell these guys that built stuff only comes out damaged if a rival controls the system, not if it is tied for control. Which would mean you should have 1 more damaged ship left because you put a ship out damaged.
Yeah, I should have that remaining there.
You know what? What? I got 2.
2 and 3.
So the first one I killed a ship, we'll say.
Yeah.
And then there's 1 damage. Okay. So 1 more skirmish here. No point in doing the raid because if I get 1 hit, I kill the ship. If I get 2 hits, I kill the starport, and I'm fine with either outcome.
I mean, I guess the question is if you wanted the item.
I could like raid a bunch and I could steal.
You could steal my fuel.
Yeah, because I can't do more than that. I should do that, right? Can we ignore this roll?
Yeah, we can ignore that roll.
Make any sense.
That's why I was trying to talk it out before you rolled again.
I just jumped in. So the point here being I could start taking my own hits, but I would just take a few, and I can re-roll the raids anyways to hopefully avoid. So I cannot get 5, but I could get 3. I don't really want the 3 though. I'm not looking to steal the fuel. I'm looking to steal the weapons back.
You wouldn't want to take away my only scoring at the moment?
Oh yeah. You're right. If I hold all the fuel, but you can get materials. Like you could still find. I can't keep you from getting. Although you don't. There's no buildings on material slots.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not currently set up to get materials.
I would be hoarding. Okay, then that's a fair argument. Here we go. Yeah, it's still a tycoon game. So the 4 hits is not great.
You do have 3 keys.
3 hits I could live with. But not.
And you have 2 rerolls if you want. You destroy the starport. You do have the building.
This might be the roll I'm after, honestly.
It kind of seems like it is, yeah.
I mean, because the only thing better I could do is to turn like 2 of these into a single intercept with the 2 keys thing.
Yeah.
But we're talking about odds I don't care too much about. I think I'm incentivized. And you getting in there is going to take too many moves. I mean, you can surpass me. You can do a couple moves, but then you won't be able to. Although if I'm leaving you with the weapon, you would be able to essentially. You could have a mobilization and do like a move battle and clean up a bunch of damaged ships. That's really interesting. What are the other? I keep.
I'm not really in a position to do that. Yeah. Is the thing because you're blockading all the gates in this game.
Yeah.
You know, I can't.
I feel like I am okay. Like I can't roll and get more damage to me than I'm already getting, and I'm okay with potentially just stealing the weapon, even though technically I want the fuel. But the odds are not horribly against me to still get the fuel, so I'm going to re-roll 2. I'm sure a mathematician will tell me I'm wrong.
My gut says your roll is good as it is.
Yeah, I did a bad job, but that's okay. So the starport will still die.
Yep.
I'm not going to get the fuel. The intercept is for fresh, or the intercept still goes through
fresh
this
ships.
Guy? Okay, so yeah, the intercept is nothing. So yeah, bad odds. But that's okay. I'll just take it. And it's 1 fewer self hit, which I guess is what I was after, but it doesn't matter. You can still come in and kill ships or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have re-rolled, I think, 1 just to see if I don't get the self hit or whatever. But it doesn't matter. All right, that was my very long action, and this returns.
I'm rapidly losing all board presence. I no longer have a weapon. I'm still scoring for Tycoon. So you're getting 11 points and I'm getting 5.
Uh-huh.
Which is not good.
Not great.
Gosh, I should have just kept my first hand. It was like all construction cards.
Oh, really? Oh, no. Oh, no.
And I was like, I only have so many ships to put
Yeah.
out, and buildings make me vulnerable. But at the same time, like, maybe I could have tried building up my forces somewhere and then had an army to fight back with. Because now I'm just, I have no construction and I'm just losing all my board presence. Oh, I might have construction. I have 3 cards in hand and I'm not revealing information.
It's a really terrible feeling I keep getting now. This is unrelated to this game. Playing, I caught myself up in 3 async Twilight Imperium games at once. I would never advise this, and I didn't even want to be in this position, but I'm trying to write a Ghosts guide. So I was just like, let's just do it all. And there's just no worse feeling than when you look at your phone and Discord has a bunch of notifications, and it's your turn in 3 separate games of Twilight Imperium.
Yep.
That's a bad time.
I know you have hours of editing left to do, but you need to take your turns, man. That's the rest of your day right there. I think I need to surpass with the mobilization 5.
Yeah, I think that checks out. Although again, I mean, I have 1 card left and you have 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it still makes sense.
I think 1 pip goes to putting an agent on call to action. And I think the other pip is less clear to me. I think I'll just move this ship with this one.
Yeah.
Which, part of me wonders if it needs to be the other way around so that I can try and counterattack your ships, but I just don't know if the action sequencing is going to work out favorably for that to happen. Which sucks. I don't know. When you're in a corner, your options are not good, is how that tends to go. All right. We'll make that my 2 pips.
Okay.
And then I will lead off with the aggression 6.
Seems good. Seems scary.
I'm going to go ahead and...
Cure.
Yeah.
Ooh, get another action this round?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
That's
we're going to grab call to action, and I get the bottom card of the action discard pile.
Right, which
It's
is
good.
Notably one of the cards you did not discard. One of the cards you did not.
Yeah, it was one of the ones that just never got dealt out.
Yep.
We need a new card.
Loyal Engineers. If you provoke outrage, keep this. You may spend resources as material. So same as my Loyal Empaths, but Loyal Engineers.
I will now, with my second pip, I think we got to grab court enforcers. I think that's just what it's going to be. New card is Arms Union. Oh, it's the one that lets you take a played aggression card.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay, your go.
Okay, I only have one card. The question being, do I need to match that aggression? Battle move secure. Well, there's obviously nothing I can secure. There's only one place I could battle. I could give myself an extra move, though, to send more ships there to increase that battle. But if I spend the fuel, like the only thing I would want to do is try to raid that fuel again, which I should have just gone for last time. I shouldn't have been comfortable with the weapon. But putting a fuel back into the bank means you probably can just tax that fuel back again to make sure you still score. So
yeah, I mean, I think you taking it would have been to dodge your drop your weapon or whatever. I think because you spent your weapon to do the raid in the first place or something, right? What was it? I think you had a slot it could have gone into to fully deny me.
Yeah, because I had spent the weapon, and so that spot was now open for the fuel to go into, but then I took your weapon instead.
Yeah.
The alternative would just be to just keep killing ships. I don't know if that actually gets me anywhere. Over time, you're going to start accruing more and more abilities, but I also could steal your court enforcers, I guess, but I'm not feeling particularly threatened by court enforcers. Battle move secure. You know what? I think I need to think less, and I just need to pivot, and I'm just gonna repair a ship. I think simpler, simple and clean, like my friend Sora says. So we'll call that the turn, and you can still have 2 up on me. That's
yeah.
fine. So Guerric show starring Guerric for a couple actions here. Interested what
All
you've got.
right. Yeah, court enforcers is cool, but I think I maybe need to just pitch it for cards.
Oh yeah, I could have loyal
for
empath.
ships. I mean,
I didn't think about the fact that I could have spent.
Oh gosh,
fuels is that's okay. I'm gonna stick with what I did, but that isn't interesting. I could have thought on that for too long.
Yeah, I forgot that lets you spend.
I could just burn
any
fuels.
resources psionic. That's huge. Scary stuff. Scary stuff.
Yeah,
okay,
on your
I'm
aggression,
going.
I could have, but it would have been again. It's just like burning more fuels than I want to do without knowing what those 2 cards are in your hand. I don't like it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do an administration 3. 3 pips. I'm going to drop an influence on loyal engineers and an influence on arms union.
Yeah, you're gonna go card collecting, huh?
That's basically
influence
the plan.
And secures. Yeah, influence and secures and go nuts.
Last pip. I think we're going to. Either tax or repair. I am in dire straits, but maybe just grabbing something would be good. I'll tax and grab a weapon.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't think that's dumb.
No.
Last card. We're going to play the aggression 3.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and secure loyal engineers.
Oh, I want you!
Oh,
I
want you so bad! No! Don't do this to me, game! And we'll grab Silver Tongues.
And some bonus.
Okay.
Okay, so both 2 unions are out. Steal an aggression card, steal a mobilization card, and the thing Matt wants more than he can breathe. Okay, that would be the hand then. You've done your 2 secures, nothing left. Okay, much like last time, you do have a fuel, which means you qualify for second place. I have my +2 still revealed. There is no other ambitions declared. So, oh wait, but it's a little bit more. It's 9, it's 11 points for me.
11 for you.
21.
5 for me.
5 for you. That is scoring. We can flip the 3 to become the 6. 6, 5, 4. We played a 27 and 2-player, which is a measly 6 points away.
No, 33, right?
Oh, I did it backwards. 4 players, 27. 33 is 2. Thank you. Yep. Okay, so then I still got I got 12 to go.
And we're on to the 3rd chapter.
3rd chapter. Shuffle. We'll do the deal a little bit better this time. We'll deal. Okay. I've dealt.
You have a chance to mulligan.
Yeah, I have a chance to mulligan, and I like chat's notions of when you get good at this game, you should probably always mulligan because you just have card info. But I don't know what I would do with card info at this point, and I think I take this hand. I'm gonna keep this one. So you may go.
Alrighty. I'm evaluating this hand. It's new to me. I mean, if I let you just run away with Tycoon again, that just ends the game.
Yeah, in theory, a total of 15 points could be available. We keep really only having 2 ambitions declared, but any doubling up on something I could secure is at minimum 10 points. I would be 2 away.
Well, and then you're getting 2 more for winning ambitions.
You're right. Yeah. No, so if I get a doubled up anything, that's game.
So my game plan has been, don't panic too much about the fact that you're losing hard in the beginning because these escalate and you can catch it up. But this is getting to the point where I need to catch it up.
Yeah. But
so this is
the thing you
big
pivot
chapter.
To is what I can't catch up on. I mean, I don't know what that would be besides.
Yeah, I had a notion of trying to
on Warlord. I'm only up 1 on you on Warlord, and if you could somehow swing it.
Yeah, that was the plan, and then you started winning battles that I was trying to win. So then the plan became just buy market cards and see what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm not unhappy with them, but they have not exactly given me the path I was hoping for.
Yeah. Does this 2 double up as well?
I think it's just to each ambition you win, but it's not doubling up for multiple.
I guess that's what I'm asking is if I won Tycoon, I would score 8 points. If I won Tyrant, would I then also score 7 points?
I think so. Ooh. But I don't think it lets you do,
Yeah, or 2 for both of those. No.
No.
Yeah, that would make sense to me. So when these things are uncovered, it's technically better to win multiple ambitions, but
which makes sense. That's
right.
Probably more balanced.
Right. Yeah. To be able to so easily go hard on exactly one thing is pretty bold.
Apologies. I'm trying to think. Heck am I going to do?
Yeah, the key wording there being score each ambition that has any number of ambition markers.
Yeah.
So these are not 2 separate ambitions.
Yeah, there you go.
When they are in a space. Chat says, get your ships and smack the cat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to sit here and think, is there any world where, the ships that I can pop out from court enforcers like steal your loyal empaths,
Right.
and then like
Pull off
just
crazy stuff.
yeah, try going ham. Like, is that a path
Yeah.
to victory? Maybe. And I think that's more or less what it basically has to be.
The ambitions in 2-player are interesting. The feeling I'm getting is the Keeper and Empath ambitions really just pushed us to be like, there's not that many ambitions. It's too much to share. We're just not going to go for these. But the Warlord one, like the first couple rounds, there's no reason to go for. We're never going to beat this 2 thing. But as the game, because you don't get rid of trophies until it gets scored, Guerric and I are both accruing enough trophies where it's like, well, now at any point we could throw in a Warlord ambition and it would be scoreable pretty easily.
Yeah, I think unless your early guild cards end up all being like relic or psionic heavy, you're probably going to mostly ignore Keeper and Empath.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this goofy plan and see if it pans out for us. So we'll go ahead and play the Aggression 5.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go ahead and in our prelude use Court Enforcers to place 3 ships in a system I control, which these are my last 3 ships. Hello.
Hello.
We're also going to use Silver Tongues to steal your loyal empaths, just because it scares me.
Really great. Yep. Should do that.
And then I think we're just going to
move in battle.
Come in and battle, yeah.
Okay. You've got 5 ships.
I sure do. I mean, I think I mostly want to raid.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess let's just try going ham.
Oh, yeah.
You ready?
Try to actually get that fuel and stuff, and then I can't go as hard on... Yeah, I'm ready. Hit me up.
Let's see if this is ill-conceived. Oh, that feels ill-conceived. Okay, I guess the multiple intercepts aren't a huge deal, but I got 3 keys.
3 keys. You do kill my city, and
I kill your city.
Outrage.
No outrage.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. So that's a trophy for me. I take 1, 2, 3 damage because 1 fire and then 2 intercepts, right?
I thought intercepts didn't stack. Why did I think?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a single intercept is 2 damage, and then the fire is
right,
a third.
My 2 ships. Of course, you're right. Exactly. Yep. I'm not thinking.
And then I have 3 keys, which maybe I just like start picking off your single
weapon fuel. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only get 2 fuel no matter what.
But I could like discard something to the pool, right?
Oh yeah, chat was talking about the thing earlier about how many things you can take, and I don't know if we ever settled on a.
Oh, okay, it's relevant now. So
resources are held in resource slots when you take or are given a resource. Place it in an empty resource slot to do this. It seems you can only discard a resource if it won't fit in your hold after optionally rearranging. We didn't come to an answer. Turmoil Bird, are you in chat? The big question is, can
I take the 2 fuel and the weapons and then discard the weapons because I can't fit it?
Right. You can take any amount of stuff, says Ro.
That reads to me like I can.
Yeah, you can take it and burn stuff and do whatever you want. You're doing a rearrange. Did you take an extra action in there with Warrior?
I did not, because I lead it.
I think chat thought you did, but don't worry, chat.
No, it's 2 pips, and I just moved and then battled.
Right. So yes, you can take 3. You can use all 3 keys to hit up my 3 single key slots, and then burn whatever you would like to burn.
And like you're good at raiding, but you still have to come to me.
Yep.
Get it. So like maybe I just hope for the best.
Yeah, and I mean this gets you to 3 to my 3. Like there's gonna be yeah, we're tied.
Gets me to 4 to your 3 because I also have the loyal engineers.
You got the card, so I'd have to raid stuff back from you. It's
yeah.
The only route, which like you were just talking out loud, it's not necessarily impossible, but I've got to do. I have to raid cities to make it happen.
I guess maybe I take this opportunity to rearrange the weapon and put a fuel there.
Yeah, block as many weapons as you can. Then I can't get 2 back right away.
Yeah. All right, let's call that done.
Okay, well, I think I have to take this opportunity to do this.
That makes sense. I was really hoping you didn't have it.
Yeah, you were banking on me not having that. But what can I do with it exactly? I could kill a bunch of damaged ships, but that doesn't get me big tycoon energy back.
It does potentially shut down any like shot at warlord I might have been doing, but I mean
yeah, I could cut off warlord and then potentially like hope I still go for raids later to get this stuff, because you're gonna try not to spend those, or you're just gonna try to declare other ambitions in theory. Okay, but it's just 2 pips. It's 1 move and 1 battle. The other thing being like, gosh, I wish I could have. I really wanted to save, and I just needed to like. I should have done like influence secure or whatever. Like I want gatekeepers really bad. But we're not. That's not where we're at. Let's. If only I could move these 2 into here, but alas, I cannot. I will note though. I did the big move. What I was thinking earlier is I did the big move to get all that fuel stuff, and then from that point on, I have not needed those cities again. There's been no need to like. It's like I can let these cities can die, especially the one you killed. That one was like.
Well, yeah. The one thing that they've been doing for you is they've been giving you extra points, which is
not
negligible.
Which it will still do until you declare.
Warlord.
Yeah.
So like you have a perverse incentive to almost not declare a warlord
to maintain my cities out in the supply, basically. So I believe it is in my best interest to move and raid. That's what I
Makes sense to me.
That's what I think. So, you know what we haven't? Well, it probably never came up. I don't know how many cities have died. Really, only 1 the whole time. I guess that's.
Yeah, I think like 1 or 2. Yeah, we temporarily killed this one and then rolled it back.
Actually died. That's right. Okay, I was just thinking of what happens with the court when you kill a city, but I think both. Yeah, you've only my city has died, and I have nothing in the court. So you.
Yeah.
Get none of that stuff or whatever, right? That would be when you can claim you can claim anything I've put. You secure a card I've put in. Okay.
So actually, yeah, I have left myself vulnerable to you just grabbing Arms Union right now, which I had forgotten about.
But hello, Snoopy. Hello, Harsh. The game is going, I would say, excellently. Let's roll 3 raid dice and see what we get. We want 3 keys. We really want 3 keys. We got 1 key. Good news, we can re-roll.
You have 2 re-rolls.
Right, because I only have 2 types. Thank you for keeping
track. I took away your weapon.
I keep forgetting
partially to disable that.
Well, good news, I only need to do 2 re-rolls. Or I only care to do 2 re-roll. Oh, come on. Woo. Rough life. And I kill the city. Luckily, I have no weapons, but now...
What's the... I guess, yeah, because this is actually a weapon card that you'd be...
What's the order?
Yeah. I mean, I think either way you end up not taking it, but does it discard or does it...
In what order do I ransack the court, before or after, basically? Because I can still gain weapons cards after the fact, I just can't use weapons as...
Can you? I thought it was locked off forever.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then I would assume I can't. Oh, but I guess you're asking, do I take it and burn it, or does it just stay?
Yeah, like, how does it work? I just don't know. And I may be sounding more confident about the things I'm saying than I should be.
Where's the ransack the court? Provoke outrage. Ransack secure any card that has any number of defenders agents. Take all rival agents on the card as trophies, not captives. You cannot spend resources for their normal payload. Provoke outrage. Discard all resources and guild cards that you have of that city's planet type, placing the cards in a face-up cord discard pile near the card deck. Place an agent to cover the outrages.
Yeah, I was confidently incorrect. I don't see anything about not taking...
Okay, I can have cards.
Yeah.
I just cannot spend those things as their thing. Okay. So, captive. I take Arms Union.
Yeah, it's a funny thing where you burn what you have, but then you can still take the stuff in the future. And you just can't spend the weapon resources, but you could still actually take them, it looks like.
Right. I take a lot of hits. I will be losing a ship, actually. So this died. So this was
that is 4 hits altogether.
Yep. So, damage. Oops. And kill. And there's your trophy. And we did everything. Oh, and I have 1 key, so I can take a fuel.
Yeah.
But I put it just back on my one. So that fat lot of good that does me. Because you can just take it right back. However, I did in fact surpass, which means I could clean up what I've just done. I didn't actually really want to kill that city. Let's put a new court out. Loyal Keeper. So another loyal card. If you provoke outrage, keep this. You may spend any resources as relics. Got a lot of these cards out at this point. Let me remind myself what my Arms Union does again. You may place this card next to a face-up played aggression. Okay, so if you play an aggression, I can get it back into my hand. Okay.
You can use it on your own as well, because Prelude is right after you play a card, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
It's like that slightly funky timing.
Oh, thank you, Turmoil Board. Yeah. I knew that and said it wrong. This was a trophy, not a captive. When the card I got from your ransacking the corner is not captives. Okay. So, if anything, I'm sort of disincentivizing you to take Warlord because I'm beating you at it, although I'm only up 2. So who really cares? But the big question is, what is the correct thing to lead with here to try and slow some things down? I don't want you to raid me. I think I've been thinking this was the play for a while, and I'm going to stick with it. I'm up. It's only 4-3. It'd be a huge gamble at this point to declare Tycoon still, because you could continue going for it. But I want to see what that does to this game. Maybe it's bad, but I just don't know. So I'm gonna try it. Is my thinking? I'm giving myself permission to make mistakes, and then I am just gonna do a ton of repairing because I've got 4 damaged ships out there. 4 pips on construction means let's just bring them back to life. Is there any reason to build somewhere? Actually, there is. There is one reason to build, and it's to.
That's fair.
It's to go even more for broke. So let's have repaired all of that. We'll build a city here.
Gross.
Really gross. So now there's even less you can do about trying to keep me from scoring a single ambition. Your turn.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and play the construction 3.
Yeah, sure.
And let's repair 3 of those guys.
And you do surpass because my 0.
Yeah.
Or it was a 2 anyway, so. All right, have at it.
Yeah.
So I might not get Tycoon. If I did, it'd be 11 points, which is 1 shy of what I need. Even without a second ambition marker on it. But Guerric could also just could get that from me. And I don't gain the +5 to second place ambitions. So. It's definitely a risk. Although at this point, it's funny because I just put another city on the map, but realistically, there's a logic to just I need to just make all my cities go away so that you can't raid me anymore. right? Because you can't. Or no, you can. You
I think,
can. If there's no cities, you
yeah,
can
if there's
raid
nothing.
ships. So actually, I want one city on the map that's very well protected. Although,
Well, I mean,
with raid
and
dice,
you
you
have
fight through ships anyway, so it's really impossible to like.
you have this
raids.
wonderful thing going on where so long as you leave like this city here, I don't want to go after this one because it will provoke outrage on fuel
your
for me.
own fuel, right? That's
Yeah.
true.
And then likewise, you just put one down in fuel, so I don't want to touch that either. So you have a pretty nice thing going on here. I don't like it. Really don't like it. Let's All right, we have an idea. We have an idea.
Harsh says, "Fuel schmule. Back in my day, we walked around the reach one space at a time."
Oh gosh, let's. This is terrible. This is terrible. Let's lead with. Let's lead with the aggression 4.
Okay. Yeah, you know the 5 and 6 are gone.
Yep.
So this cannot be thwarted.
That's the plan, at least.
Any intent to declare warlord ambition?
No, I don't think I'm in the position to at the moment. And I don't want to just give you a bunch of free points.
Yeah.
It's +4 for you winning it now. I can't just like do my usual thing of let someone else win it and I get the second place and I'm still doing okay.
Yeah. +5.
Like that.
Right?
Is it +5? Oh gosh, you're right. It's even worse than I thought.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's true. You kind of just can't let ambitions get out there. You just got to hope I declare ambitions you can steal or something. Or if you're declaring it, you got to know it's yours or whatever.
Right. It's really quite a bind. I'm going to use Loyal Empath to spend my weapon as a psionic. So I have one extra action right now.
Cool.
So we're going to spend one action to just move in here.
Yep.
And I have 2 pips left. Let's go ahead and let's try rating. Let's try rating.
Okay.
3, 4, 5 dice.
I forget, are you limited to dice when you do this? Like, are you limited to 6 or can you...
I am pretty sure it's component limited. I know it was at one point in development.
And it's hard to get more than 6 ships anywhere with the total ship.
Yeah, you cannot collect more than 6 of a type. Okay. Ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
That's 4 keys.
4 keys, 3 building hits. Yeah, and then
but again, with nothing underneath it,
flames.
I gave you a really easy raid target. I guess you're just lucky I hadn't tried to put any influence on gatekeepers or whatever. But, you don't have the reroll, so I guess you got to stick with that regardless.
Yeah, I got to stick with it. So that's a dead building.
Take your hits.
I have 4 hits, right? 1, 2,
3.
3 hits. Yeah, 3 hits.
And then you have 3 keys to spend on my stuff. 2 fuel, I guess, is what that is, huh? Unless you're going for arms union for any particular reason. Oh, I'll be able to take that aggression though here in just a sec. Unless you, I guess that would be the reason to steal it from me right now. So that's kind of a nice little buffer for me. You might want one less of my fuel because I might turn it around on you.
All right, yeah, we'll take arms union and we'll pick up 1 fuel.
Yeah. Okay.
And we will. Let's see, that was 1. I have 1 more pip, right?
Yeah, you can just do it again, so no reason not to. Okay.
I think I maybe need to consolidate though.
Gone. So
yeah, the city's gone. So I think we just use the last one for a move and consolidate.
Okay.
And then that's my turn.
Oh, chat's yelling it was 4 keys. Did we misread?
Was it 4? I only saw.
Was this one out there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No. Was it 4 keys? This does look like the roll. 1, 2, 3 flame. Yeah, this looks right. So maybe it was 4 keys and I just misread it.
Yeah. So
I mean, in which case I would just take the bigger
take the
fuel.
2, sure, because I gotta
Yeah.
rearrange to make it harder later. Okay.
That's all I would change.
So I cannot arms union. Okay. We're in a tight spot now. You are at 4.
I am at 4
because of your loyal engineers. I am at 3. There's no material buildings out there, so there's no way for me to just start mining material. Tricky. I believe... Is there a way out of this? Yeah, I don't know if I need to seize here just to like make declarations of how the rest of this game goes. I need to raid my fuel back. I feel like it's the only option here. If I pivot, no. If I copy and seize, I can move. Or I mean, is it gonna be worth it to essentially? Is there a play here where I can spend a fuel but get it back before you get in there? is the thinking?
Yeah.
Especially since I mean, there's plenty of fuel buildings out there that I'm in control of, so I can easily, a single tax pip means any fuel I spend mean I can get it back.
Assuming I don't grab it first.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about basically if I give up the idea that you might have an extra action on me, because I don't feel like it was the end of the world last time. It could be the end of the world this time, and that's whatever. But if I seize, let me think through where it would go. It'd be like a move. I can't get to your city. You have one city left. The only way I can raid that city is these 2 lone ships.
And if you kill it, you get a fuel outrage. Raid me at your own peril.
Yeah, that's true. It's like how the heck do I get this? Oh, I can raid starports though. That's the other.
Oh yeah. That's right.
I can raid the starport, and that would be the safe way to try to.
But it's a similar conundrum of you can't get a lot there at the moment.
Right. If I spend the move to get these here, though, then I do a single move and raid. And this city is probably safe because you are not going to spark outrage. You're not going to come clean up this city anytime soon with your own fuel. It would be the same thing for you. So technically, I could leave this city completely empty. And for at least now, you will have no reason to attack it. Okay, here's my play. I thought through it all. And it comes at a great cost, but...
You've seen every line of play. You saw the right. Projection on the ceiling,
1,
right?
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at 6. I think I dare not declare any warlord ambitions with.
Well, you're following, so you
no,
can't
I know.
declare.
I'm sort of thinking about my follow and my next
gotcha.
action at once.
I gotcha.
So yeah, getting ahead of myself, but debating which card is going to get discarded so that I can seize, because I need to act twice right now, basically. And I think the best thing to do then, is to lose both of these and then use this later. could say this might have some value. They're kind of the same. Okay. All right. I will pivot and seize.
Alrighty.
And spend.
Ooh.
To move. And then tax that fuel right back.
Yep.
Onto the 2.
Makes sense to me.
And then that's that turn.
Yep.
And then 3. No ambition declared. To move. And battle. And that's what we're doing. And we raid hard. We don't mind killing the starport. We're not going to kill any of the ships. But the goal is to get like both of these fuels or something. Or if I get 4 keys, I can take your loyal engineers and a fuel, and that's probably my best case scenario.
Yeah, that would be huge.
We got 3 keys.
And you have 2 rerolls.
And I've already got the intercept.
Yeah, you may as well. That's like 2 free rolls right there.
I just need 1 more key. I got it.
You got it.
Yep. Okay. So the starport is dead. I take 3 hits. I'm getting a lot of damaged ships on the board. Actually, I'm not, because you keep killing. I have had many damaged ships on the board, but I'm giving you so many trophies, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, you're picking up plenty
warlord.
of your own at
you're
the same time.
You're in a horrible catch. Yeah, I'm in a way to constantly potentially catch up, but also you have no reason to declare warlord. Okay, I took my 3 hits. We destroyed your building, and now I can use my 4 keys to do as we said, which is loyal engineers and the single fuel, because then that's pretty hard for you to get from me. You can probably get this fuel back, but now if you get that fuel back, where are we at? I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'd be at 1, 2, 3, even if you get the fuel back. And then it's maybe a race for spacing union and gatekeepers or something. I don't know. Some influencing the court maybe does need to happen at some point. Who knows? But I am done. That was my big. I think that was my big play.
Tragic. Okay. I don't think it's the end of the world, but it does suck. You have 1 card left.
I have 1 card. You're gonna have an action up on me this round.
Yeah. Okay. I think.
Oh.
What's up?
And, I'll say it out loud because we're playing for the stream today. I have arms union. You can get 2 actions up on me.
Yeah. That is very much the plan.
Yeah, make a mess of it. Make a mess of things. Okay. Man, that would have almost been a reason to take that.
You had 4 pips though, right?
I had 4. So in theory, it would have been like fuel and arms union.
And then I have loyal engineers
and you
still,
just keep loyal engineers. What does that look like if you have this? And like this was here. It's the same number of fuel I get on you. You're at 1, 2, 3. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just like trading this 1 fuel back and forth, kind of.
Yeah.
But you don't have the bonus attacks on me. I think that's the smarter risk, right? Because with you having a bonus aggression, I don't think I can. I think it's much more likely that you raid it and more back, basically.
Yeah, I think you probably are better off that way, given my plan involved it just now. So
sorry,
reformulating.
I'm sorry, that's a dirty backtrack. It's a
no.
I
haven't done anything. I haven't done anything yet. Doesn't matter. Ah, gosh. Because that was my out.
Yeah.
So what do I do now?
Two-player is interesting. It
is.
It lacks the win-makey BS of TI and ARCs, 3 players or more is always like, whoa, but what's the, and that's a beautiful balance and entanglement. But I am liking the chess of 2-player, although to be determined if it's too much like, oh, if you take a lead, it's kind of it, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
if you can crawl back this hand, then we'll be like, all right, then that was all right. There was a yin and yang or whatever. But
I think I've demonstrated I have a shot at bouncing back. I don't know if it's going to manifest. And I also don't know if it's a problem if like a player can just steamroll, assuming it was based on like good decisions and the game just
I had a lucky
doesn't
first
take forever
hand,
to
right?
end.
Like that first hand was like the right card to do the right single play, there's
and I probably made some misplays that weren't good. So like I don't think like I think the only question would be if the same thing happened, but then the game wouldn't end for another like 2 hours. That would be a problem.
Yeah, we just get trapped in points.
Because I've played games like that where you're playing a 2-player game and it just takes another 2 hours to end, but it's a foregone conclusion, and that can suck.
Right.
Oh man, that arms union is so good. It's like I think so much of this round depends on who has it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now.
The bonus attacks are kind of everything. Although we're getting to low enough card counts where it's like, past a certain point we might be out of. I mean, I'm down in action on you, so this might be the last aggression card that is usable.
So like when I had it just now, whatever card I played was about to then be paired with playing Arms Union to take the aggression, and then I was just gonna like run the rest of the chapter trying to raid and take a swing to get back up in the game. But now that you have Arms Union, the tempo's not working out right. I have to like seize initiative, play my aggression to take it back, but then I can't use it to take it.
Yeah.
So then it's just, I mean, I think that's what the play ends up being, but it puts me in a significantly worse position because I'm not actually
you don't have the bonus
up on actions.
Right.
But I think we have to do it. So let's go ahead and pivot and seize initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. And then we'll just repair ship.
Sure.
No sweat.
I recognize this play.
And then I will lead with the aggression 2.
Chess says don't forget your warrior ability. You did do a pivot, but you didn't battle. You were just repairing. But if you made it a battle, you could sneak in a move if that
I could have
better than the repair. Like you could just like battle this ship, but actually get a move. If that's necessary.
Hold on. Let me think about that. Make it a copy instead of a pivot. I could do a dumb battle against that ship and get a free move out of it, which saves me an action here. That is significantly better.
Mm-hmm.
That is significantly better. So I redamage one of these.
Mm-hmm.
I do a dinky skirmish battle against this ship.
Yeah.
With
all 6 dice.
Yes.
How about we say you got 2 hits? I feel like it's like.
Hey, I could roll terribly.
Yeah. You can technically roll an assault die, I guess.
I don't.
Are you allowed to take less dice?
I feel
like you are.
You may collect fewer dice than the maximum. It says on page 14 in the sidebar.
Yeah, then just hit me.
Yeah, I just hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some hits.
And it's another trophy in the fight.
Yep. And then I use my leader ability to take a move.
Yeah.
After that battle because I copied.
Yep. Get him over there.
And now I lead off with the aggression 2.
Yeah, and now you're one step further than you were.
Yeah, so now I can move in to here and have 2 battles for what I want to do.
Crush me.
I think maybe we just go all in on this.
Well, I will decide it on my card, but and you might raid the Arms Union.
The goal is the goal is to grab Arms Union.
Yep.
So I think I declare ambition and just double down on this Tycoon nonsense.
All right, it's the same as last game.
Yeah.
We are now Tycoon for the win, no matter what we do. Well, for you, it might be just to continue the game, right?
Right.
But it's, oh my goodness, that's so funny. Oh, my camera's doing the autofocus. I hate autofocus.
I have it turned off.
I forget. I think it resets on mine or something, because I feel like I've turned it off, and what a nightmare. Whatever.
Yeah, every now and then mine will reset, and I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
All right. So first pip, we move in there.
9 dice.
Second pip, we raid.
Yeah.
3, 6, 9. Yeah.
Hilariously, if you raid me enough, Well, I don't have anything out there. Yeah. I
Yeah,
can opt
I
to
do
lose
have
the
to.
city so that you outrage, but you don't have weapon. There's nothing that it costs you nothing. So it's a perfectly timed attack here, essentially.
Yeah, I do have to like think about this. Is there an optimal number of dice to grab that maximizes keys while not killing all the buildings or something?
So
I
that
don't
you can
know.
do more, or
Yeah, because I probably need like 2 successful raids, I would
raids.
feel like, just to
Yeah.
get the density of keys for everything I want to grab. But maybe I just roll well. Like maybe I just roll
Yeah,
well.
maybe you just roll hot. Don't forget you have 9 ships. So
Yeah,
you can
I'm
throw 3
thinking.
skirmishes in there just to knock the ship out while you're hanging out.
I think I toss 2 in there so I don't risk killing a building I don't want to kill
Oh yeah, because
because
they
of
could go
that.
through. Yeah. You just
Yeah,
want to maybe get lucky and kill the ship. All
yeah.
right.
So I think we do this.
Okay.
And I think this is our roll. You ready?
Hit it. I'm ready.
Here we go. For everything. This is it.
So 1 hit on my ship. You are taking 1, 2, 3 hits to your stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4 hits to my stuff. 1 from the intercept and then 3 flames.
Oh, I missed this flame down here. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. So you take your 4 hits. I'll take my 1 to this, and then 3 pips on buildings. So I get to choose 1 building to leave damaged.
Do you choose that or do I choose that?
You choose that.
I choose that.
That's already, we covered that earlier this stream. Whoopsie doodle. Yeah, I think
And
this
then
was an ideal roll for you, actually. I think this is. I mean, anytime you get the 2 key intercept, it's a good.
Yeah, but I would have liked more of those.
Sure. Yeah, even more keys. Yeah.
Because I only have 3 keys total, which means I grab Arms Union and 1 fuel.
And you get the two key fuel basically.
I only have 3, or I do have 4 keys. You're right. I missed one again. Yeah, so that's going to be what I end up grabbing.
I'll put stuff there for you.
Do I need fresh ships to raid, or is it just ships? It's just ships. Okay, I think I do all my damage onto my fresh ships then, because we're just going for broke here, and then we kill your starport.
Damage the other.
And damage the other.
Man, I feel like I should have gone for the declaring aggression. I feel like I should have declared aggression. I mean, Warlord.
Yeah.
It would have meant we're also racing for that, but I think it would have split your priorities enough to maybe give me a chance.
It might have. I don't know. I'm still kind of going where I have to go, but it maybe means you sweep in after here and kill off all my ships or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so I cannot steal that card because you did get Arms Union.
And I have 1 more pip now. Yeah.
But you don't. Now you don't want to kill that city, so you will not be attacking there again, I suppose.
Yeah,
this is Union now.
I lose Arms Union, but then neither of us has it.
Yeah, you just take it out of play. Its own way. That's a pretty funny idea.
Because I do still ultimately, I have 4 to your 3, and I need to make sure it's commanding enough that you don't just take it back.
Yeah.
So I think I do still have to do the silly giant raid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I get weapon outrage, but I get Arms Union out of play, so I don't have to worry about you taking it.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, is this a mistake, or do I just like...
God. It would have been so good to have done the aggression, though, because then my follow-up would be to move the... Oh, I wouldn't be able to... I guess I could have... It'd be like burn a fuel and clean up just all these damaged ships for max trophies, but don't have it. Yeah. Yeah, because what can you accomplish here? You can get even more fuel.
Or I pick up... the idea would be I pick up, like, the material or something.
Right, that material is pretty clutch because there's nowhere else to tax more materials, and there's not time to get that stuff out, basically.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a great use for this last action. Because the only place you can raid me is here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's my only option, and it's a fuel that doesn't exist. So to that end, it's only to steal your fuel stuff, yeah.
But it's risking destroying...
I would kill all of my own fuel.
Yeah. And there's no way for you to grab material.
Nope.
So
Not
I
this
maybe
hand.
do. Maybe I do just have Tycoon on lock right now. Which means it's 11 points for me. This is your last card, so you can't declare a different ambition. This was my last card, so this is my last action for the chapter. Ooh. Sure wish I could just secure something right now. Here's what we'll do. We'll just do a battle in here with 2 skirmish dice.
Yeah, I think chat at some point mentioned that too, of just like go clean up ships.
Yeah,
I think that tracks.
It was that question of whether I needed to like just take all the resources from you.
Yeah.
But I think this probably, like, getting rid of this threat here is probably, or diminishing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
One
hit. One hit.
One ship dice, I would assume.
Yeah.
So now you're 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to my 2, 4, 6. But again, we're not actually worried about Warlord. But you're looking down the barrel of 11 points. I'm still getting 6. So you still have a long route to victory. It's just prolonging. I only have 1 card. I might as well lay it out there. The question is whether I'm copying or pivoting.
Yeah.
There's nothing to tax.
You could put out that gatekeeper's influence.
But at this point, for what end? I have nothing left. There's a single building left. That ship has sailed. Spending relics is not a big deal. I mean, the only other difference is it is fuel cards. So there is that.
Fair.
But it doesn't matter this turn, but it could matter next turn because it feels like we're going to just continue fighting over Tycoon. I mean, I guarantee
if we don't do Warlord.
Yeah, right. And hey, guess what? Why not both?
Yeah.
So, and it does give another card to like dance around. Yeah, it's basically just banking on do next hand. I get something to secure with, and can I easily surpass you? Because you'll still have the first action next hand, so there's still a decent amount that can be. Although next hand, it's like, we won't be in the same boat. It'll be like, I don't know what I specifically want to do. I don't know the best path to success here. The ambitions are wide open. So, yeah, there's no way I can get Tycoon back. You are at 4. I am at 3. I can move these 3 ships here and raid. I guess that's the only route, isn't it? Because then you're 4 my 3.
Doing that would require spending fuel, right? So then you have to grab 2
I'd have
from
to
me.
burn. I'd have to burn a fuel. And damaged ships still count for dice, right? So I'd be banking on I would need exactly 3 keys.
Exactly 3 for that to turn out.
But hey, we're playing.
I mean, yeah, if it's the game or not, yeah.
It is kind of the game. So you know what? We're just gonna try it. I could slow play and think about next round, but I'm kind of a mind to see where the odds take me. Also, it's pretty great odds because I reroll raid dice, so I might as well play into my shtick. Just hilariously, if I get too many of those city damages, it costs me everything. So actually, the odds are not great.
I mean, it's kind of an all or nothing play, right?
Right. I'm super dead if I don't pull it off.
It's not. There's like a middle ground where you don't kill the city and you just also don't succeed at the raid as much as you want to.
That's preferable to killing the city, basically.
Yeah.
It seems pretty bad.
I don't know. There's a world where this grabs you arms union or something instead of taking any fuel. Like you give up on the fact that you've lost Tycoon this chapter.
Right. I'm gonna
and
get
you
6
just
points
nab
anyways.
arms union
I get
back.
to 27. You're gonna get to
21.
21. I have a 6-point lead. I need 6 points to win next round. You need 12 points to win next round. And then it all comes down to what does next hand look like. I mean, is it just... But doing this... it really just comes down to that fact that it could cost me I could cost myself the point. Although, no. In getting keys... Like, if I get 3 keys, I can still take Loyal Engineers and still get second place. Even if I...
Yeah, the losing
else.
everything would be if you kill the fuel. Yeah, I mean, it just puts you in a bad place for next round, I guess.
Well, what I'm saying, too, is the idea of what happened earlier, too, right? Or no, it is... Do I have it backwards? I must. I wouldn't be... No, because I wouldn't lose Loyal... Yeah, Loyal Engineers is not fuel, so I would not lose it no matter what, even if I outraged. I would lose the fuel. I'd stay second. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it because whatever.
I think it makes sense.
Can't spend keys if you don't have ships left. Yeah, luckily I'm only rolling 3 dice. So, but you do have intercepts. Ooh,
that's a good point.
Gosh, this is so hard. This is not an easy thing. Like, part of me wants to do it because it's a stream and we're already 2.5 hours in, or 2 hours and 15
minutes. I have done a couple moves that were probably dumb, but I thought they might be entertaining.
Expedite the thing. Harsh, yes. The thing that's the most costly of this is I do have to spend a fuel to even attempt it. It's just that trade-off of if it works, I win. But the problem is, okay, the real question is to look at the odds here and say how much can it even work? Like, really, the only way it works is if I get a bunch of exclusively this, right? Because the other... other keys, this is in trouble because if I get the intercept, let's say I have 3 dice, right? A roll that looks like this, I lose all of my fuel, right? I've already spent this one. I lose the
other one,
and I only got but that would be the 3 keys that I want to get the Loyal Engineers, right?
You also take one hit there.
What's the order of events? I take the stuff and then outrage.
It's outrage. Let's see, where is it? It's outrage, then it's ransack the court. But where is it compared to raid?
The order of resolving dice is hit your attacking ships, hit intercepts, hit defending ships, hit defending buildings, raid. So the raid is after.
Yeah, it would be outrage, ransack, then raid.
That's clutch, though, because that's actually what makes it safe, because as long as I get the keys, I still steal fuel from you. So actually, I cannot be in a situation where I lose everything. I never could anyways, because I can't lose this material in this moment. That's the one thing that I kept forgetting.
Yeah, there's no world where you don't score something else.
I will score the 6 points, and I might win the game, basically. And if I do kill the city, honestly, if I kill the city, it's kind of good because now I can just start raiding your ships anywhere, and I don't have to, I just get past the problem and I move on. I start doing other stuff.
True. But the other issue is potentially if you kill everything of your own and don't
do the keys. Yeah.
Don't do the keys. But that still gives you tycoon scoring, so it's not the end of the world.
We're going to go for it here. All right.
So you're spending this fuel.
I'm spending the fuel. Yeah, I got to spend the fuel.
I think now you can just roll.
I did that move. I copy aggression. I roll 3 dice. I do have re-rolls. Was this different? I still have 2, so I can still re-roll 2 of these. So the intercept is there. I take 2 hits. The problem with keeping the intercept... This is so interesting. Here's the thing here, right? This is 3 hits. This leaves 1 damaged ship. I could get, if I get 2 flames, if I keep this, because I'm like, keys are good. I like keys. The problem with 2 keys is the guaranteed 2 hits against my stuff.
Do we know how the reroll works precisely? Can you spend 1 reroll to reroll this one and then potentially do it again?
Oh, I assumed it was like a one-time do a reroll.
I honestly just don't know, and I can't remember if I ever asked it during our game last time.
Chat, let me know if you have thoughts on that question, because
I've seen so many different games that interpret those same words in different ways.
Because in theory, what I want to do is keep this intercept and reroll this to try to make it be either the flame key or another. We're on
another intercept
building.
Or something.
I want it to be this.
Yeah.
Or this.
Yeah. Or just the blank intercept would subtract a hit.
Yeah. Honestly, One time only up to X dice, says Ro. That makes sense, but honestly, that's all still the reason to even just... I mean, I've got like a 4 out of 6 chance of getting something that's decent enough for me. Again, as long as I'm not... It's impossible for me to kill the city now.
Yeah.
I can't take enough... As long as I don't reroll this, I can't take enough damage to kill all of my ships.
Yeah.
And at best, I can turn this into a key. Because I don't care about damaging the city. So yeah.
At best, you turn it into 2 keys.
Yeah, best case scenario, I turn it into 2 keys. Because as of right now, I'm guaranteed to at least steal 1 fuel.
Yeah.
A and B, and that would make me win, right? No, that would make me tie. We would be tied at 3.
You steal 1 fuel, yeah, 3-3.
If I steal the fuel, we're 3-3. We share the second place, no bonus points. That's also a pretty acceptable spot to be in. Okay, let's re-roll the single die. Again, it's like 3 chances to... Yeah, see that? All right, so a damage. I damage 1. And kill
2.
1.
Yeah, okay.
And I, with my 3 keys...
Ooh.
Okay, so in my head, I kept talking about taking the loyal engineers, but realistically...
If you take those 2, you're 4 to my 2 and just win, right?
Oh, yeah, right. 1, 2.
Because now that you have 3...
3 would be bad. Taking both of these is leaving you at 2. So that's game. So that's game, actually.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, because now you score 11...
The hand ends instantly, and I...
16.
Yeah, 11 plus 5, 16 points is...
37, which is a win.
We did it, folks. We got through it. I have no idea what the odds are actually worth. Like, if I got crazy... I'm dying to know if that was crazy luck, or if that was, like, a pretty smart play of just like, oh, no, you got, like, a pretty good shot of finding the win there, or whatever.
Yeah, get in the comments with a full statistical analysis, somebody. For the entire game, every roll.
Yeah, that's so funny. Okay. Guerric, that was great fun. 2-player arcs is cool. It's different. I mean, again, any game going from 3 to 2 players, you lose a whole dynamic to the relationships between players. It was a hilarious, like, little balance there in the end. I mean, you should receive your 6 points. I would say, so it doesn't look as bad.
Still looks pretty bad, Matt.
Still looks pretty bad, but yeah, that score doesn't necessarily reflect how close, at least 2 of those hands, the switching of it was. But I don't know. I think the biggest question I still have in general with arcs is, like, what to do about declaring ambitions. When is it good to declare ambitions or whatever?
Because to some extent, I dug my own grave there because I went for the all or nothing second Tycoon declare.
Right.
But it almost got me back into the game. Like, I almost jumped up to 21 while you were at 26.
And you said you're in a corner. You got to play higher odds. You were playing higher risk, higher reward stuff because you're the one in the corner. But yeah, that still felt like arcs. That still felt like it's a great way to get a better understanding of the mechanics of the game. I feel like that's very much where my head is at. I get to remove some of the complication of relationships between too many players. And I mean, honestly, too, you know, Guerric and I are both pretty thinky players. So a 2-player game in 2.5 hours feels about right. And could have gone longer there just in the final moment. But I think this is a comfortable way to play arcs when you've only got one other person around, and it doesn't... I don't think it costs the experience. What I'm dying to know is how it feels in the campaign. My guess is it feels kind of even better in the campaign, because in the campaign you're still exploring the arc, as it were, of your fates and all of that kind of dance. And I wonder how much these blocked off ambitions really shake up the campaign game. Because to me, the most notable difference between base and campaign arcs is... And this is maybe my group being stupid, but in base arcs, there's this whole thing of you don't have to declare ambitions, really, right? Because all you're worried about is getting enough points by the end of the game. Right. But in campaign arcs, your fates rely on you winning ambitions. So you're not scoring ambitions for the points. You're scoring them to fulfill the things you need to do to succeed at your fate, which means people are just so much more ambition driven. which then means this stuff being blocked off is like, it's a nuisance. Like, it's a thing you would be very much playing against in 2-player, I would assume. But I don't know. We'll have to feel it out. Anyways, Guerric, I don't know. I've been sharing thoughts. Guerric, any thoughts on 2-player?
No, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think it was going to work super well, and that was pretty good. Felt like Arcs, as you said. It was a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for joining me for it. I hope we'll play many, many more Arcs games in the future. Again, you're my Friday buddy, it turns out. Maybe you just leave this slot open every other week or so. But
perfect.
Chat and everybody, thank you for hanging out. And yeah, thank you. Bye-bye now.